Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Now this week I've bought many silver coins from the British Empire and British history. These range from over 100 years ago, many denominations including threepences, sixpences, crowns, half crowns, florins, all kinds of coins, denominations and ages and monarchs. So let's just jump in right now to this big bundle of silver coins that I've bought to add to my collection and silver stack. Let's have a look. So within this big bundle of silver we have not one of these envelopes filled with silver coins, but we in fact have two coming up, and we have two crown coins. I will begin with the first crown, but then go to these, and then come back to the second and better crown. So here we are. This is the first one. We can see it quite clearly here now. This is from 1937 and is the coronation crown of King George VI. I do have this coin. In fact, I have two already, but I bought it for only £14 today, as I thought it was a good price, and I just, I can never say no to some well-priced old crown. Because like I say, I love the size of a crown, just the feel. And in a moment when I show you the other crown, the feel of multiple big crowns in the hand, just knocking together, is a really nice feeling. And I would have been very happy to have used these back in the day, rather because we have modern coins today and they're all a bit terrible. But something big like this, it's got silver in it, a great design. That's a good, historic, wonderful coin to have. Speaking of wonderful, if we zoom in here, we can see the design is just that, wonderful, by George Kruger Gray. An amazing design. Great portrait as well. This one's by Humphrey Paget and was the only portrait done of George VI during his time as king for British coins. There we go. So it weighs 28.28 grams and contains 14.14 grams of pure silver, as it is 500 grade silver. Brilliant stuff. So now, like I say, we'll move that to the side and we'll bring in the first. Let's go for this one first, of these two eBay orders of silver coins. You can see here. So we can see this is a small lot of King George V pre-47 silver coins. And I paid for these just £20 sterling. So have a look now and see, was £20 a good purchase price for this bundle of silver coins? Right, so here we are. Here are the coins I purchased from eBay from this little bundle. We'll begin with the small ones here. We have a few threepences. So we have here King George V from 1921. So the second year of 50%. Still having that same old classic design as used for many years on the sterling silver threepences. We then have this next one, a little bit shinier, George V again, and this is 1920. So this is the first year in history, apart from a few unscrupulous acts by monarchs such as Henry VIII, but the first year in history that it was legally made, coins were no longer sterling silver if they looked silver in colour. So there we go. That's now of course over 100 years old. And then we have this one, the final threepence, 1922. So we've got a little set there. I'll get the other ones back in. We've got 1920, 21 and 22. The first 3 years of 50% threepences. Very nice. So we've got those there. We've got four other larger coins. We've got one florin, of course again George V as it says. And this is from, a bit dirty this one, but it's from 1933. And this design was used only on 50% silver coins, so it was one that was brought out later, not carried over from the sterling ones. And it was done by George Kruger Gray. And if we zoom in, we should be able to see just down here, KG at the bottom for Kruger Gray, the designer. Very nice. Just some more silver. And these were bought, I must confess, these are all bought as silver weight. Because I do like buying silver, for the actual value of the silver, as well as collecting coins that are new dates for the date run. And then we've got three half crowns here. Let's grab them up. So firstly, we can see here, nice and zoomed in, the 1920. We've got 1920. So again, that is the first year of sterling. And for the half crowns, again, the design was carried over. This design was introduced in the reign of Edward VII, back in the sterling silver days. A great design. And then, of course, you've got, again, to the obverse, George V. We can clearly see there the BM to the neck. The engraver's initials, Bertram McKennell. So that's why it says BM. Very nice. And then there's two more half crowns. We have, of course, both George V. These are 1931 and 1936. So that's the final year of King George V. As we know, this one we just saw here, 37, is the coronation and beginning of the reign of George VI. I should say the beginning of George VI for coins, of course. He came to the throne in the latter half of 1936, and so therefore his coronation was the year after in 1937. And then we go, there's the 31 there, so that is 93 years old. Again, although these coins are bought for scrap, like I always say, these coins are about 100 years old, each of these, so there's some great history in them. So there's the first of those two bundles. I paid £20 sterling for that lot there of 7 coins. So comment down below, was that a good price? And I'll then bring in this, or zoom out, sorry. I'll bring in this. Well, we'll leave that there. And we'll bring in this, and this is the next bundle from the same seller, as you can maybe tell from the packaging, and I also paid £20 for this. So this is actually very generous of the seller, as it did say in the letter I got. These 4 are all extras. So I bought these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 florins. So there's, by the way, just a quick, this is 10 shillings face value here. We add these 3 pences to make 6pence, and then 2 and 6, 2 and 6, so that's 5, 10 shillings face value for £20 with a 3p for extra. And then I bought this lot here of 10 shillings for £20, sorry. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shillings for £20, and these coins down here as extras. So very, very generous of the seller. I'll now unbox them and once again show you the coins up close and in better detail. I'll begin with these 5 florins or 10 shillings of face value in florins. So we have here firstly a potentially shined or a bit cleaned up there 1945. So, you know, overall pretty nice, bit dirty, bit shine maybe, but still underlyingly an absolutely lovely design. Again, we can see KG, as the designer was again George Kruger Gray. I added a little hoard here of silver, growing quite nicely this week. Next up we have 1940, very nice, you know, World War II silver coin. Again, great history behind these coins, although they are just bought for the silver weight. And by the way, 1 shilling face value of 50% silver has 2.83 grams. So a 2 shillings here has 5.65 grams, and the 10 shilling bundles have 28.23 grams. So overall, the 20 shillings has about roughly a little over 55-ish. It'll be on screen there for you, at about 55 grams pure. We have also got this crown, the other crown coming up, and the extras. So there's quite a bit of silver here added to my collection this week. So there's the 1940. We then have 1937, so a good counterpart to this, the coronation year of George VI. We won't forget that after this video, will we? We then have 1942, another World War II florin, brilliant stuff. And then we have 1941, so another World War II era florin. Again, great history and great designs. And look at this. This is the real stuff here. Coins today cannot compare to coins back in the day. Now then, for the extras, we have 2 6pences. This is very, very generous. We have 2 6pences. We have here 1942. Whoops, there we go. And again, KG there. We see there KG for George Kruger Gray. And we have here, some people don't know why it says I. This is GRI. So GR makes sense. Well, it's GR for George Rex, King George. But the I stands for, as we can see there, Imperator, which means emperor, as he was emperor of India. So it's George, king and emperor, basically, his titles as monarch. So there's that one. And the other one is an earlier one. This is from 1921. A bit dirty, but I mean, for free, absolutely very generous. Some free silver. I will never say no. And again, over 100 years old, that one. Then there are also 2 free 3pences, a bit of a tongue twister there, which are from 1932, with the 3 acorns and oak leaf design, again by George Kruger Gray. And there's George V. And then finally, we have this one here, 1922. Lovely condition, wonderful coin, and for free, an absolute, you know, wonderful thing to get. I'm going to have to zoom out now. We're running out of room with all this silver. Squeeze that one in there. And then finally, as promised, we have one more big crown. And by the way, I didn't know that was £14, as we know. So the running total for this down here is £54. And this crown at the antique shop cost me £15, making today's total £69. And the crown is the rocking horse crown, or the silver jubilee crown of King George V. Again, similar to the coronation of George VI crown, I do have this coin in my collection. However, I bought another one just for, for £15. It's a very nice coin, almost 90 years old, a silver jubilee, big bit of silver coinage, for £15, I just couldn't say no. Especially when we have a look at this portrait here. This is a very detailed portrait, and in the large size, it just really, in person, this is just a beautiful coin to see, because of the size is just, I can make the same portrait look the same size on here by zooming in, like that. But it does lose some detail. But the point is, as I say, I'm going to do this now like I teased at the start of the video. 2 crowns, even more is better. Well, let's just get some silver. Silver in the hand is it's the feel of that is amazing. Back to this crown though, it was designed by Percy Metcalfe. We can see King George V there with shield and sword on horseback with the dragon underneath there. So similar to the sovereign design in a way of, the dragon and the horse. But rather than St. George, it's King George, as we've seen to the obverse. And we do have quite hard to film, but we can see an edge description. Decus et Tutamen Anno Regni XXV. So from memory, this reads, an ornament and a safeguard in the 25th year of reign. Of course, therefore, the Silver Jubilee. So there we go. £69 paid for this bundle of silver. Let's add the last few back in there that I was playing with. So there we go. Comment down below, was this a good purchase for £69 for all of this? So there we go. As said, please comment down below your favourite. For me, like I say, going to be that Rocking Horse crown. And of course, if you've enjoyed, then please do leave a like and subscribe down below. That'd be very much appreciated. See you next time on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.